So today I am going to be doing my speech on the different various stages of chemical dependency treatment and how somebody might get from one stage to the next when they're seeking services, and how it is our goal to get them into full-on remission and recovery. Um, and that's very important to get a community member nurse back to a healthy state so they can get back to their families. Um, I found a report, and this is titled SAMHSA releases annual national survey on drug use and health. Around 61.5 million people suffer from any mental health illness or AMI. This article was published on July 28th of 2025 this year, so very recent. And this is found on their website, www.samhsa.gov. Background story. So I'm in recovery. I've been in recovery since 2019. That gives me a little over 6.5 years of clean time. And throughout my journey, I found my calling as a SUD PT. I am a counselor for the Lummi Counseling Service today, and give back to the recovery community and people suffering from addiction. So today I'm going to inform you about the process someone might go through when they're first seeking help. And so first I'll start telling you about stage 1, which is detox or withdrawal management. Stage 2 is residential inpatient treatment, and stage 3 is outpatient counseling or group therapy. First, I'll tell you about stage 1, detox. This is the first thing somebody might have to do, and they'll usually go and be seen by a hospital or a specialized facility by an SUDP or a doctor or somebody that has a license to be able to assess that individual and figure out their placement criteria. And normally, a typical length of stay is about 7 to 10 days for somebody, and within that time they'll usually monitor their vital signs and their health, and help with medications for discomfort, and sometimes methadone or buprenorphine is administered to help them with the detox and withdrawal symptoms. And so moving forward, stage 2 is usually residential inpatient treatment if that individual wants to. And some research that I found stated by the National Library of Medicine and National Institutes of Health, there are various ways to get into treatment, usually referrals. So 1 is a self-referral family, 2 is the criminal justice system, and 3 is a healthcare provider. And once somebody makes a referral to a facility, an SUDP will usually conduct a consult, an intake, and an assessment, and that will determine their placement criteria. And then once everything has been done and insurance has been checked and everything like that, they will usually start seeking out a bed date for that residential inpatient treatment center. So now that I've told you about the detoxification process and residential inpatient treatment, I'll start to inform you about the outpatient treatment process. When somebody graduates from inpatient treatment facilities, a counselor will usually begin seeking transitional housing. We have many to choose from: the Men's Reentry Home, Shillong Crossroads Program, the Shillong Village Program. Each have different lengths of stay, but usually it's a 1, 2, 3 base, or straight to the village if they have families or small children. And with those being said, they usually have their own criteria of what they expect their clients to go through. So it's usually insights about patient relapse prevention, and then aftercare or some sort of one-on-one sessions with a counselor. And then the patient will usually get back and do that, and then they'll usually ask for methadone or buprenorphine if they're coming off opiates or something of that nature. Fentanyl is a major one that we're dealing with right now, and we just hope that helps get them back into recovery and remission. So today, I've informed you about the stages of chemical dependency treatment, and we talked about stage 1, which is detox, stage 2, which is residential inpatient treatment, and stage 3 is outpatient treatment. And after reviewing all this and the information that I presented to you, I'm hoping the next time you see somebody suffering, or a loved one or a friend, that you give them a little bit of understanding and compassion that they're trying, and we just want them on our counseling side to come into the building and get the services that we know that they need and they deserve, so that we can get them healthy and dealing with all the overdoses we don't want to deal with anymore. So I hope that information was helpful. Thank you for your time. Aishka.